This is Jim Austin here, and I'm all excited about watching they call it HoodFishing Entertainment. Let's see what it's all about. I invited this guy to come down to Palaca, Florida to fish with me, but he didn't show up. I don't know if he was afraid to fish with old school fishermen or not. We're gonna watch the video, and I'll critique it and I'll let you know what I think about it.
When you start that day of fishing, you know, you're thinking about catching the biggest fish, you know what I'm saying? Like the best fish. And sometimes you go out and you don't catch a thing. That's when your passion comes. Like, do you really love the sport or do you not love the sport? Just because you didn't catch nothing today, that means tomorrow you can't go out there and catch what you was looking for. And that's the agility.
I see he likes to do a lot of saltwater fishing. You know, I'm more of a freshwater fisherman, but I can do both. So maybe he didn't want to come up and fish in the freshwater. Maybe I have to go down there and fish in the saltwater with him. I don't know, but we're gonna see. I like his video so far. I think it looks good.
Breaking news right now at 6. Part of MLK Junior Boulevard is shut down right now as police investigate a shooting and a crash.
The hood fishing guy.
Hood fishing.
The hood fishing.
Hood fishing.
Hood fishing.
Hood fishing entertainment.
He's a black man with gold teeth that's fishing. Hood fisherman.
He's a local social media star
Who is successfully making a life for himself away from the streets and is a tremendous positive influence for young people in Florida.
Shots in broad daylight on a busy street and a wounded man in the hospital.
Police say someone shot Bailey's car and he veered over the median and crashed into a truck.
He is in a wheelchair right now, but he survived after being shot at and crashing into a Ford right here at this intersection yesterday afternoon. I also spoke to another witness tonight who told me it was scary seeing it all unfold just feet away from her.
Okay.
I always had a chain on. My name is Rashene Men. I'm from Fort Myers, Florida, 239. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a fish influencer. I'm God's child. I'm myself, and I love fishing.
Well, I gotta love him because he loves fishing. I've been fishing this since I was 5 years old.
Raised up in Michigan. That's the 4224.
And I know exactly what he's talking about.
We call that the chalk. That's where I started growing up, fishing in ditches and met friends, and life went on.
I like him already. Fishing can take you away from a lot of things that would possibly cause you to go in the wrong direction. So let's find out what caused this boy to get shot.
The meaning of hood is not just me and I'm born and raised in the hood, you know, because I was born and raised righteous, you feel me? My mom worked every day. I was raised in the right environment, but I was put in the wrong environment. Young people my age was just, you know, bad. And when I'm raised up, I'm watching it and grow up with it, I had to protect myself, you know, because these kids bad, so, you know, they bad kids. And I had to defend myself. I had to learn how to defend myself in the hood. You're going to be picked on, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't going for that. Some people be put in the wrong environment, you know what I'm saying? And hang around certain people, be around certain people, you could put yourself in a situation. I was dealt with the cards to have everything I wanted. Mom kept me fresh, dad kept me fresh. And you grow haters, you know, and when haters come, like I say, some people grow up and they chose violence, you know, some people chose the other route. That's it. My house used to be peach. Now it's like a whole different world. You see these footprints? We did that. You know, life is hard. It's tough. I lost 3 of my close friends, you know, to gun violence. So that right there, it really made me open my eyes to do better and push positive stuff like fishing. It's life, man. You live and you learn. Rest in peace to them. And that, it kept me out a lot. And it got me where I'm at. And I have a lot of young kids who I inspire, and they inspire me. Fishing was my hobby already. I've been doing it. I'm 28 years old. I've been doing it for, I can say, I remember when I was 4 years old catching a fish. I've been doing it for a long time. But 4 years ago, when the pandemic started.
I'm gonna freeze that just for a moment. I'm watching this video and I see this young black man who is growing up in the hood with all the bad environment, but somehow he found a way out by fishing. And I'm truly impressed with him being able to do that. Fishing has helped a whole lot of people. I know I started fishing when I was 5 years old, and I'm in my 70s. So I have to totally agree with what he's saying, that somehow or another, fishing will change your way of thinking, and especially if it's things that's not wholesome and good for you. So let's see what else you have to say.
2020, I literally took advantage of it and I went out and fished. I looked to my left and I seen a fin in the water. And when I seen that fin, I'm like, hold on. I broke a crab and I threw it right at that fin. And within 5 minutes, I felt dunk, dunk. And I said, grab the camera. I set that hook. That fish, it took me for a ride. And this was my first viral video that like inspired me and had me like, I think this is what I should do. I came from the hood, man. I'm hood with it, like from the talk, from the looks. So it was like hood, fishing, and we're gonna put some entertainment in it because we're gonna sauce it up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what time it is.
Well, folks, the day we've been waiting on has finally come. National Concealed Carry Reciprocity is here, meaning that if you got yourself a valid CCW permit, every state's got to recognize it, just like a driver's license.
The younger generation is watching. They watching everything. Some kids that get blinded, and you know what I'm saying, they get so blinded till they get chopped themselves, and now they see themselves behind bars because they thought what this person was rapping about was cool when the whole time, it wasn't. Be yourself, pick up a pole, go out there, do something that's going to keep you out of trouble, because this was my way of escape. This was my way of keeping myself out of trouble. Like, as a practice, I go fishing. Damn, that sucks. Got me all wet. Got 'em. We all go through situations in life. It's about adversity. It's about how you overcome it. And today I stand here. The news reporter said I got shot 4 times. I only got hit 1 time, 1 in the leg. It went in and out. I'm blessed. I can walk. I can talk. It's a blessing, and it's a miracle for what I went through. Just to be able to be here today to tell y'all this. I dodged a lot, and that man above is the reason I'm here. Amen. My biggest thing, man, is showing the world that you can be yourself. My biggest goal is to show brothers like me, and I'm keeping it G. There's not a lot of brothers like me, you feel me? And when I say me, I'm talking about the gold teeth and the dreads and where I come from doing this. You don't see it. Why? Because it's not there. We wake up in the hood and if we get a pole, we go hit the ditch. Sometimes we blessed if our uncles and our brothers, big brothers, cousins take us fishing. Some of us get on bikes like I did and go get it myself until my uncles noticed, you like to fish, let me take you fishing. But my goal is to show my younger brothers out there that you don't have to be a gangster, you don't have to be a thug to look like one. You can look like one and be a whole fisherman. You can look like one and...
I'm impressed. I'm really impressed with this video, and I can see where his heart is and what he's thinking about, and it worked for him. It got him out of a lot of situations where he might not have been able to recover. It's unfortunate that he was shot. I don't know what all that's about. Maybe I'll find out here in the video, but I can totally agree with where his mindset is, and fishing has actually done that for him. Now, fishing, it's something about fishing. You can take a kid that, and you can take him fishing. But if fishing is not in his heart, and that's not what he really want to do, it's not going to happen. Now this kid, fishing, when he caught his first fish, that was it. That's the way it worked for me. I caught my first fish at 5 years of age, and it was on and popping after that. Well, I see the same thing in him, but there are kids who will not ever have the desire to fish. And that's just the way it goes. But for the ones who do love to fish, this guy is inspiring them to do what they enjoy and do it in a manner so it'll work for them. So let's see if I can find out what actually led up to this guy getting shot.
And that's words from a GOAT, Deion Sanders, somebody I look up to. I always kept that in my head, and I think that's why I'm at now, because I never cared what nobody thought about me. I seek to bring more of us African Americans in and hope that we can push the one to all compete, like the NFL, like the NBA. You see, it's a mixture of everybody. I just seek to change it, man. I hope we all just could stick together, man. We all humans, we all bleed, we wake up in the morning, we eat, we have family, friends, and we all chasing dreams, and that's what I seek. I was blessed to be in the Bassmaster Classic. To be put in something like that is a blessing coming from where I come from. I come from the hood. I come from nothing. And you don't see too many people, my type, make it to that scenery I did and go there 14 hours away from where they live from, Fort Myers to Oklahoma, and put on a showcase and actually come in first place. That was a blessing. Shout out to Bassmaster Classic for inviting me. Anytime I get in a tournament or something, I'm gonna have the butterflies. I met some good people, Chris Zedane, good teammate, a couple people like Randy Moss. Like I said, where I come from, we make it out playing football, or if you good enough for the rap, you can make it out rapping. I don't think nobody ever made it out fishing, and I would have never thought I would have met Randy Moss from fishing, but that's just because I believed in myself. I pushed it. I got me to a level where I didn't think I'd be at. All praise to the man above.
I'm impressed. I'm truly impressed with his accomplishment. You can tell that he is a real go-getter. He don't give up.
Right there is very powerful.
And I would love for him to come out and fish with us.
Without him, it would be.
I know he's a saltwater fisherman. I'm a bass fisherman.
He's the reason I'm able to.
I'm sure I could show him a few things about bass fishing, and he might be able to show me a few things about saltwater fishing. But whatever, I would still love for him to come out and fish with him. And I don't want to be afraid of him. I'm not going to beat up on him too bad. And I'm sure if he take me in the saltwater, he's going to try to beat up on me. But nevertheless, I would really like to get with this kid. I'm impressed. I really am. Enjoyed watching this video.